There are different paths to the NHL, and Gotta Love Connecticut Hockey met up with 3 up-and-coming referees with big professional aspirations.
My name's Michael Samek, and I'm from Old Saybrook, Connecticut.
Mike Zalcman, I'm from Glastonbury, Connecticut.
Kyle Richetelle from Hamden, Connecticut.
Now they're heading off to ref in the United States Hockey League and the North American Hockey League.
The worst experience I have was it was in a youth hockey game here in the state of Connecticut, actually, and I had a fan reach over the glass and try to grab my jersey in a youth tournament, and they were squirts, so they were pretty young kids, and he was very loud, and he told me he'd try to meet me out in the parking lot after the game. So
I'll be a full-time linesman in the USHL.
This coming season, I will be a referee in the North American Hockey League.
This season, I will be a referee in the North American Hockey League.
My journey began with officiating when I was 13, and I was playing youth hockey in high school and try to make some extra money and stay around, get some extra time on the ice. When I got hurt and my career as a player had to come to an end, the officiating doors kind of gave me a new avenue to stay with the game.
My father was a referee, and I grew up watching him referee and just wanted to try it out myself. My first big break was when I was in college. I got hired in the Metropolitan Junior Hockey League, which is a Tier 3 league on the East Coast. When I was a senior in college, I got my first games in the North American Hockey League.
In order to be a successful referee, I think you have to have patience. You have to be willing to communicate to other officials, to coaches, and to the players.
Having a background in hockey as a player is advantage as an official because you're able to read play, you know what players are thinking.
You understand when players are getting frustrated, you understand when coaches want to talk to you, and you understand when there's a time you just need to step back and let the players handle the game themselves.
The most exciting game that I ever worked was the semifinals of the North American Hockey League, Game 3, which happened to be the deciding game, and it went to overtime. It was the most intense hockey I've ever been a part of. Nothing will compare to that.
You meet a great group of guys. I've made some of my best friends working this, and you see some of the best cities in the world.
The biggest misconception about referees is that we're not hockey people. They see a referee and they said he has no feel for the game, he has no sense of the game. And a lot of us did play at a high level. A lot of us did play all our lives, and we do have a feel for the game.
One of my worst experiences was a game in the North American League. There were 5,000 fans, and I ended up giving 2 5-minute major and game misconducts to the home team, and I was booed off the ice, so it was a little overwhelming at the time.
In intense situations like that, you try to stay as calm as possible to be able to calm the players down. They're so heated. If you get heated, it's just going to stay up there. You got to try and stay calm. I think most people think that officials are always out to get them, like one team or the other. They always favor the home team. It's not that way. They're just out there to do a job and really just have fun and enjoy the game.
When a coach is being difficult during a game, I like to pull them off the bench down to my eye level and have a conversation as adults. I tend to talk a little softer, so they have to stop yelling so they can understand what I'm saying, which usually works most of the time. We're not out there with our own agenda. We want to work the game as best we can, keep the game as fair as we can, and keep the players as safe as we can.
I would recommend becoming a referee to people, especially if you're a player, to see the other side of the game. I know when I played, I had a bias against officials, and when I became a referee, it opened up a new eyesight to me. I realized what they see and what I see is completely different, and you understand the game a lot more, both from rules and game situations.
My advice to someone looking to become an official would be to contact your local area chapters and officials, anyone you may know, and just get out on the ice, go to seminars and take the tests and just get out there and get experience.
Stay with it. Don't get frustrated for whatever reason. If you have a bad experience on the ice one time, there's going to be 100 good experiences to make up for it.
Gotta love Connecticut hockey.